Don't forget, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. There's so many things May is known for. This is Teacher Appreciations Week. Tuesday was Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. It's a lot going on. And I'm just excited to bring back a special guest today, a good friend of mine. We work together. We check in with each other every week. She's phenomenal, and she's got a surprise for us today. She's nominated for something, but we'll get into that during the interview. So y'all hold tight, get those notebooks out, and let's go. Let's do our countdown. Well, hello everybody. Happy Fantastic Friday. Listen, we have a great guest lined up for today, and I'm not going to give a lot of introductory thought or comments. I'll wait for the rest of the show to do that when we talk about motherhood. Just shout out to all my mamas today. So without any further ado, I'm excited about our guest today because she's got some good news for us. Without further ado, my friend, all the way from the NYC outside of Times Square, they call her Nurse Quita Lozon. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I am fine, thank you. How's that little angel of yours doing?
She's good. She's fun.
Yeah.
She's hanging out. It's actually nice today.
Okay.
Here in New York. So we're gonna be going outside to play after it's sunny. So I'm so pumped.
That is so incredible. Also, well, real quickly, Quita, introduce yourself again to everybody. Who is Nurse Q?
So my name is Quita, and I am a parenthood coach, and I teach just different classes, baby basics, helping moms in the 4th trimester, helping with transition. You know, I think it's like a high five, drive home safely after you have a baby.
Okay.
So I wanted to help be that bridge and just that extra support with mom coaching, and just all the things with baby basics, continuing that parent
Amen.
education and development, right? So that's what I do. I just help families, and I love helping empower parents.
Amen.
And it's just so important to continue to grow and
That's
learn
good.
and
That's
have
good.
support.
That is so. I just admire what you're doing, and that's why I stress to people, find your lane, and you are just excelling in being a parent empowerment coach. And you sent me a picture, and we've talked about it for the last couple of weeks. You being nominated for something, and the event is coming up real soon. What are you being nominated for?
So I'm so honored.
Wait a minute, drum roll.
A very special person in my life contacted me saying, hey, there's this Mother of the Year, and I want to nominate you. And I'm just letting you know I'm going to nominate you. And they contacted some other close friends, and they were like, ask some other people too. I let them know about it, and I got contacted saying that I'm in the top 5 finalists of Mother of the Year. And there's a big ceremony. I'm like 20 minutes from Albany, so it's in Albany Tulip Festival.
Okay.
And so yeah, I'll be going next weekend to the Tulip Festival to be to see if I like win the Mother of the Year again. So
let me ask you.
Honor.
Let me ask you this, and Happy Mother's Day, by the way.
Thank you.
Let me ask you this. So your daughter is almost 5. What?
She is 5. Yeah.
She's 5. Okay. What have you learned? What would you say if somebody just put you on the spot, I guess like I'm doing now, and ask you, Quita, what's probably the one thing you've learned about being a mother? What would you say that thing would be? If somebody asked you, Nurse Q, what's the one thing you've learned about being a mom in the last 5 years? What would you say?
I really think that I've learned so much about myself. I think
Okay.
when you become a mother, when you become a parent,
That's
it's not
good.
just about you anymore, and
Right.
you walk into the hospital pregnant and you come out, this new version of yourself. Like
Wow.
it's always your authentic version when you walked in, but it's like this unlocked new authentic version of yourself that you've never met.
Okay. Okay.
And you just have like this unconditional love, and I think it makes you also learn so much about yourself, because certain things that might have happened in your own childhood
Yeah.
or how you were raised, certain things can be triggers for you. So you have to really know
Oh, that's
yourself
good.
and like
That's
take
good.
deep breath and like center yourself and know who you are.
Wow.
Know like if something does trigger you, how to calm yourself so you can handle the situation, especially when you're a toddler, like is being destructive or something, or
Right.
whatever triggers you really. And so I think really unconditional love
That's
and
good. That's good.
unlocking this new version of myself, of this unconditional love and like a new sense of purpose. Like my daughter,
Oh,
I
that's
want to be
good.
the best version of myself so I can just be such a good example for her and love her hard and show her the world and just be good.
That is so awesome. And so, okay, let's say when she does something that, wait a minute, did not I tell you not to do that? What do you do? And it's going to lead into where we're going, talking about positive parenting. When you just, I mean, you got a lot going on, and she's being a baby, she's being a little girl, a little woman, and when she does something that you don't agree with, what happens?
Yeah, so I never hit my daughter.
Okay.
I've never hit her.
Okay.
That's not positive parenting. That's not my style or my approach.
Okay.
I have a positive, I'll show you.
Okay.
Literally have this positive parenting like star chart for her. So she gets it's a list, it's erasable. So it's like, okay, using your listening ears, sleeping in your own bed, all these little things, like whatever I need to we need to focus on, that might be a challenge. Like I'm like, okay, this is your star chart for the week and you get a prize on Sunday. But if she doesn't use her listening ears or something's going on, I give her a few warnings, I will literally say, okay, we have to put a line on your chart.
Oh, wow.
Like, I gave you a warning and now you put a line on your chart.
Okay.
So if you get 3 lines, that means you get something taken away. She's only had this situation happen one time.
Really?
She had 3 lines, but it was like a first offense, so I didn't take away a toy the whole day. I only took it away for a few hours because she is you have to tailor things to your child. Like my child is very emotionally intelligent, very in tune with herself as well.
Okay.
So it's, this really works well. There are moments, like I've definitely been like frustrated, or maybe I've like had barely any sleep and something is really bothering me, but we make mistakes. So if I get upset with her and like raise my voice, I'll say, hey, I'm very sorry. That was wrong of Mama. Frustrated. You apologize, you own your stuff, you validate their feelings, you hug it out, and you move on. The thing with teaching and learning moments, you don't stay in it. Like you keep going. You approach a situation, you talk it out, hug it out, then you put on some good music, or you go outside and play. Like you don't let it ruin your day.
Okay, that, you know what, we didn't have that chart when I grew up, but I can see the kids today are different, because when my boys were coming up, I had to spank, parenthetically, whoop my oldest son one time. Jordan didn't have to do that with him. But with kids today, especially in this electronic age and this little old thing right here, when like what you just said, when you take stuff that they are attached to, oh, that works. So are you an advocate of spanking or whipping a child? Are you an advocate of that? And that's a great segue into you talking about positive parenting. What's your position on disciplining your children?
So listen, I got hit as a kid, but I think that it's all about I didn't need it. I was so sensitive as a kid.
Okay.
I didn't need that. I don't think any kid needs that, to be honest. I think there's so many different things you can do. And I told you this before, which like you were like, whoa, but and I'm gonna tell your listeners that if a kid hits a kid, we're like, ooh, they got some like aggression issue.
Yeah.
If a adult hits an adult, we call that assault. But if a parent hits a kid, we call that discipline.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. That
discipline. People have the definition wrong. Discipline is a learning moment. Discipline is a learning experience.
Yeah. Like, this is a great conversation. This is a great conversation. This is good.
My daughter's only been on this earth for 5 years. Just because she can talk and walk doesn't mean she knows everything that is expected yet. Doesn't mean she knows all the things that I know. I'm an adult and I'm still learning things all the time too. But like even teenagers, like just their brain development. And I think that's why it's so important to continue your parent development and read different books on your kid's age, like the conscious
this is good.
Transforming ourselves, empowering our children. Out of control, why disciplining your child doesn't work and what will.
How about that? That's good stuff. That's good stuff. And you found that sweet spot with your daughter because it's working and you're getting the desired result from her by the way that you are parenting her, and you're a single mom, and I applaud you. You're an entrepreneur. You're helping other parents. You're growing a business. And you're bringing up a woman in training, and I'm proud. I'm proud of what you're doing, and you've been nominated for Mother of the Year. So I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate what you're doing. So the women that are part of your group, are you getting any backlash when it comes to your take on discipline? Do other women share your belief system on parenting? Because
I mean, I know that. Yeah, I know. I mean, I have a diverse community. I have a diverse friendship, and different people in my circle.
Right.
And I know, I just try to. I'm not trying to judge anyone, but
understand.
I'm trying to help people like understand that there's different ways. I'm trying to help people understand just because that happened to you as a kid doesn't mean that needs to happen to you.
Right.
We need to break generational curses and cycles.
Ooh,
and if you
that's
really
good.
If you think about, the reasons why, especially in African American communities, I saw this amazing guy, and I'll have to share him with you so then you can tag this too in your comments and stuff. But he is a African American guy, and he is a psychologist, I think, and he literally helps parents and kids, and he does talk about that. He says, we used to hit our kids to like get them in line so that then that would kind of make them chill out and like obey the law and all these things and suppress them almost, but like no, we don't need to do that. Like we're the safe place for our kids. Like we need to be the safe place always for our children, and like we don't need to hit them because of to train them up for society in that way. Like we need to let them have a voice and let
I understand. I see where you're going. Yeah. So what you're saying, because I hear the comments. I hear the comments. So what you're saying, you're not saying not whipping is not discipline. Is what you're saying. You're not saying just let children run wild. That's not where you're going. What you're saying,
I don't believe in hitting your children at all. You should never hit your children.
Okay.
I don't believe in that. I don't think that's right. I mean, and I think with all the studies and evidence behind it, I come with an evidence-based side of me. I come with research. I come with knowledge and education in that way. I am saying though that you need some sort of system, yes, to teach. Discipline is teaching your children.
Okay.
Not hurting our children.
Understand. Because this also May is Child Abuse Awareness Month, Child Abuse Prevention Month, and so there is a thin line between abuse and discipline, and we have to toe that line as a parent. And you helped me with that insight during our discussion over the last couple of weeks. And I mean, a light bulb went off on me I have not been the best parent, you know, but the boys are okay, and they are
This is
high
what
functioning.
you did. You took what you knew as a kid
Yeah,
and you brought that into you. But what I'm telling you is, if we as parents now and with your grandchildren, etc., if we can be the change,
right.
how amazing will the next generation be that won't happen to children if
I
we can
understand.
stop it now, if we can work on ourselves, if we can have better coping skills, if we can say, ooh, I feel like I'm like in the yellow, about to be in the red,
Good. I feel
and
you. I
I
feel
need to
you.
calm down. I literally I will open in wintertime my back door and take a deep breath if I need to center myself, if
That's
my
right.
daughter really is pushing her limits,
Yeah.
or maybe she's having a rough moment or rough day. It happens. We're human. But I have to
Wow.
center myself, and she will do the same thing. If she gets upset, she's like,
Yeah.
hey, Mama, I know I'm upset too. Can I have some fresh air?
Why? So because yeah, because what we have to remember, to your point, what we have to remember is that we are shaping the next generation.
It doesn't only impact your child. Like you said, it's going to be generation after generation after generation. What we do today with our children does not just impact our kids. It's going to impact how they treat other people, other kids,
Yeah.
other adults, and then their children and their children's children. When we do the work, when we love ourselves, when we do the work and the insight and get this
This is
higher
good.
level,
This is
it's a
good.
game changer.
It's, and thus, in the latter part of our conversation, thus, why you are such an advocate with what you do, positive parenting, being a parent empowerment coach. Because, and I tell kids this when I talk to kids, and I do a lot of mentoring, and I tell children, parents are not perfect people. Just because you a parent doesn't mean you are perfect.
And I'm not perfect. I apologize to my daughter.
Hey, hey, hey.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, Mama is feeling there's a lot going on, and you really are not listening to Mama at all. And like, we need to do X, Y, Z. And I gave you one more minute before we had to transition into this. Like,
wow.
you know, and I have to use my words kindly to her and say, sweetheart, like, Mama's frustrated, and I'm sorry, and I'm allowed to be frustrated, but you know, we need to work through this, and we need to move on with our day.
Yeah, this
Like,
is
it's
good.
about communicating and owning your stuff. We're not perfect, and I tell you, I think Mama tries the best she can. I'm not perfect.
Wait a minute, wait, time out. Are you telling me that Nurse Quita is not perfect?
No one is perfect. I'm not perfect. And even though
What a revelation.
But you want to know something that's so important and beautiful? When we say that and admit that to our children, it gives us a better connection. They know that they don't have to be perfect. No one is perfect.
That's good.
It's okay. And they know that when I say that to my daughter, I'm like, I love you no matter what. She's like, even when, like,
wow,
you're upset? And I'm like, yes, honey, I love you no matter what.
Wow. Girl, you in my conversation for the next segment of the show, I define motherhood. And one of the predominant words is unconditional love. And the love that you have for your daughter, the love my mother has for me at 54 years old, I'll be double nickels next month. The love that Miss Vanessa has for her two daughters and her grandbaby, the way Wilma loves her family, the way Shalonda loves her family, the way Maddie loves her great-grandchildren, the way Kay loves her kids and grandkids. The closest we'll get to God's love is a mother's love. And I applaud you with your personal development and how you're bringing up your daughter. I tip my hat to you, thusly why you're being nominated for Mother of the Year.
Thank you. It's a huge honor. But I just try to do the best I can, and I love helping other women, you know, feel empowered too. Originally, when I first started my business, I was just like doing baby basics and wanted to do all the things with the baby. But then I realized if I really shift my focus into helping moms and parents, that's going to trickle down into their children. I'm helping all of them. I'm helping both of them.
That is that. Whoo, you are phenomenal. You're phenomenal. So what's next for you? I mean, we're working on your business. You're gaining so much momentum. What's next for you on a personal level, business level? What's on your next list of things to do?
So I have this really amazing program that hopefully I'll be back on the show again when it launches. But in the fall, I have this amazing new program that no one offers, and I'm going
Okay.
to be taking it to business, to corporations, and launching that. So I'm very excited. It's going to help families even more. And then I have like the magazine that I write for every month. So I'm
Okay.
very excited about
Okay.
that. I just was asked to have my own column in that, which is parenting with confidence here
That
in the
is so
Capital
good.
District.
That is so good. That is so good.
Um, so I'm very excited about that. And I think just enjoying the good weather in summer and trying to enjoy on a personal level before my daughter goes to kindergarten in the fall, just really
Wow.
embrace and enjoy the summer and good weather with her before her and I both have really big, exciting things in the
That is
fall.
good.
So
That is good. So how can everybody get in touch with you real quick?
yeah, you can Instagram at nurse.q.lauzon, Lauzon, and then my website, www.nurseq.com. So those are a couple ways they can get a hold of me.
How have you enjoyed, real quickly, 60 seconds, do a 60-second PSA for me. How has it been working with Dr. Sims as your coach?
Yeah, I mean, I adore you. I appreciate your help, and you're such a wonderful soul. And it just entrepreneur life can just be such a roller coaster. And I think I have to be true to my authentic self too. And I had to say, okay, it's important that I make sure that I'm level in this journey and all these changes that I'm adding because it can be hard. I think as a
Yeah,
Christian, the enemy tries to get at us, and it's like, okay, I have to center myself, and
that's right. That's right.
it's so helpful that we have different goals and game plans that I write down and that I tell you, we put them in action, and you just kind of are that extra support. And I think everyone needs support in all chapters of their lives, like
That's good.
personal, professional,
Yeah.
parent. You
Yeah.
need to continue to grow and work on yourself, and I'm super excited that you're in my corner for that.
Yeah, and I mean, you are such a rock star. You do your homework. You're excited about your growth. You just knocking it out of the park, and I'm just so proud of you. And I speak blessings over you. Just don't get the big head when you become Mother of the Year.
No, I don't though. I think honestly, I had a very rough childhood. So
Okay. Okay.
throughout all of my journey of growth, I always honestly just stay true to myself, and I'm thankful for the woman I become and the woman I am becoming.
Amen.
And I remember who I am and where I came from and the hard work that I've done to get here.
Amen.
So
Amen.
it's just about being true to yourself and being humble. And I think because of my past, it makes me a better person for now.
That's so awesome. Well, listen, you get ready for your play date. I'm going to run to a quick commercial, and thank you for being here. You'll definitely be back when you launch your program and all that good stuff. But anyway, you enjoy your daughter, and just message me when you get to a place, and we'll have our conversation for today, okay?
Awesome. Well, thanks again. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, listen, guys, that's nurse, awesome sauce. Tanoa, Coach Tanoa will be here Wednesday, and we're talking about mending the mind. Oh, that's going to be so good. But anyway, we're going to run to a quick commercial, and we'll be right back.
Hey now, if you'd like to donate today to the Dr. Walter Sims Show, please donate at Cash App, $Walter H. Sims. Yes, that's Cash App, $WalterHSims. That's Cash App, $Walter H.
Hey, Liz, how has it been to have me as your life coach?
It's been a life-changing experience, honestly, Dr. Sims. Since I first met you on Periscope or watched you, you always brought a smile to my life and helped me through the darkest times and helped me learn the methods that would improve my life. I've had a lot of issues over the years with, mental health issues, depression, anxiety, relationship issues, things like that. And I've worked with so many different people, psychologists, psychiatrists, and there's nothing that's been more impactful and made a difference in my life than your coaching has.
Oh, thank you. Do you suggest that people that need a life coach reach out to me?
Yes. Like I said, I hit so many dead ends working with psychologists and even like different, cognitive therapy, different types of techniques. And I have not seen any results from all of that work in over so many years until I finally started working with you. And it's changed my life.
Amen. Thank you. Hey, Liz, what would you say the biggest thing that you have learned working with a life coach?
The biggest thing is to be honest. You have to trust your life coach 100%. And that means being honest with him or them and yourself. And you have to do the homework. No one's going to change it for you. They're there to guide you. They're your coach. They will show you the way. It's up to you to make the change and be honest and trust yourself, trust your coach, and trust the process.
Did I ever tell you what to do?
No. You helped me come to the realization on my own and guided me in a way that made me feel comfortable with the decision and knowing what I have to do inside myself.
Oh, that's good. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you.
Power word for the day, a mother's love. The love expressed by a mother towards her children, her children, that's nurturing, embracing, compassionate, guiding, fierce, and unconditional. That's your power word for the day. And let me say this as we close out the show. Let me say this. If you have a living mother, make sure you love on her this weekend. Mama was not perfect, but we knew Mama loved us. And without her, we would not be here. And you may not have the best relationship with your mother, but her and your father collaborated for a few moments and provided a highway for you to get here. And Mama have her things too. But let's just love on Mama this weekend, and just say, Mama, thank you. And like Nurse Q and I said, parents are not perfect people. Mama wasn't perfect. Mama did the best she could. And for that, we just want to tell Mama thank you. And so love on your mama this weekend. And remember, if you stay high on life, life is going to stay high on you.